mess up. This is it because Hannah, it's not that serious.
Like a great segue.
Hey, I'm Kyndal.
I'm Hannah.
And this is Not That Serious. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're excited to be here. Hannah's gonna kill me the whole time with her reaction. So if you're not watching on YouTube, I actually suggest you turn this off and then go watch it on YouTube. I don't know what else to say.
My friend told me today that she was so excited to listen to this because she's like, she works with me, and she was like, I love your reactions to things and the way you talk about things, and I can't wait. Like when we send voice memos and our like team text,
Yeah,
she's always looking forward to mine, she says, because of just the way I like talk.
yeah, the way you talk is crazy.
Thank you.
Like
how though?
Like there's a cadence to your voice that's very specific, but you also are just, it's so like some of your reactions are just so dry, and you're like, yes. And I'm like,
yes.
Mm-hmm. It scratches an itch in my brain.
Oh, thank you. Someone told me I
welcome.
do the Kardashian R's.
How? What?
You know, when
Like
they're
the
like
non-existent ones?
grape. Like
Kim.
Kim, it's great that you're here today. Like I don't know, but they're like, you do the Kardashian R's when you talk.
I've never heard of it being called the Kardashian R's. I've heard of like the yeah. I've heard of those.
Kim, I cannot believe you would say this to me right now.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Today we're gonna talk hometown tea, hometown. I don't even know if there's another word to say it. Just like
drama,
your drama,
scandals.
Very good, all of that. But before we really just like dive right on in, Hannah, question of the week: what pissed you off on the internet this week?
What didn't piss me off on the internet this week?
Great question. Great answer, actually.
Unfortunately, I've been really deep, like in my TikTok algorithm, into like Dance Mom's TikTok. And I'm a dance mom, like
I'm
connoisseur.
so glad you fucking brought it up because I've been dying to talk about it for a hot minute.
Literally, I just started getting pissed off again about Little Miss Kyndal.
Oh my gosh, Kyndal Miss I Want to Be Rosa Parks for the part.
And like I started going onto her profile and just like watching her be so annoying.
What is she up to now?
She's in college. She goes to like college. Her sister, she has 2 older sisters. Did you know that?
No.
And one of them danced with Miss Abby Lee.
And wasn't on the show?
Correct. But she was like 16. So, you know, the girls were like little.
Right.
She was like 16. So she wouldn't have like fit in. Because
Oh
Miss Peyton was already like the oldest.
No, they dragged Peyton to hell and back.
Yeah.
I'm literally in the season where Peyton keeps coming in and out.
Okay, so I'm also rewatching now because of like getting deep on it. But Miss Kyndal just pisses me off on the internet because she dated. Do you remember that boy, that quarterback boy that danced in the locker room to Justin Bieber that one year, like in 2020, and it like went viral? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
This is a white man.
Yeah, he's like a little white man. Like he was a senior in high school. He just got like famous from like dancing to a Justin Bieber song in the locker room after they had like won or something. Like all these girls started like simping over him.
Did not know this.
He got famous like really fast. He went to Harvard, actually, for football.
Oh, yeah. Harvard has a football team.
Correct. Who knew? And
Who knew?
Kendall dated him and got, like, re-famous from that because she had flopped because they found out she was
a Trump supporter. No, because when I found out her and Kalani broke me.
No, Kalani is what broke me.
And
Kyndal was, like, giving those vibes.
No,
like,
from the jump.
From the jump. And, you know, like, Miss Girl, like, I could tell. But Kalani, when I found that out, that really hurt me.
No, like it hurt.
Because I liked Kalani
because
she stood up to her mom.
Yeah.
Like when she first got on the show, her mom was like, you need to go up there and do a solo. And she's like, I'm not here to do a solo. I'm here to learn and be on the team.
Period. Miss Kalani. Like, yeah, Kalani was literally a fan fave, but also like one of my faves.
And she came in at a terrible time. I felt bad for her because it was right after Brooke and Paige like got
she came in right. She was part of the reason why Kelly lost her shit and smacked the fuck out of
exactly. And Miss Kelly, I'm a stan.
We love you.
I'm a stan, and I hope you're watching.
Oh my gosh, Brooke and Paige are actually doing really well. Like I see Paige's shit on my For You page all the time. I didn't know that.
$5 million.
Did she win?
No, because the whole thing just got like dropped because there wasn't enough like evidence.
What did she sue for?
She sued for like emotional damage, I'm pretty sure, and like mental issues and all the therapy she had to go to.
Honest to God, good for her though.
Exactly. But what pissed me off is just resurfacing Kyndal and her like wanting to be Rosa Parks like pretty bad. And just watching her try to like stay relevant when here's my tea. Okay. She never improved as a dancer. She was least improved. She stayed the same every single week.
She had the look.
She had the look. She was a little white girl with brown hair, like long body, good dancer body. But her technique did not ever improve. I say this like I'm a professional dancer.
No, literally, like I've been in point. Like
I say this like I'm a professional dancer.
That's so funny.
But it's like she can't. Okay, when she dances, she can't finish a move. She like doesn't complete the move.
No, that's valid.
She jumps into the next move before she like finishes the move.
It's valid. It's valid.
Whereas like Maddie, Chloe, Kalani finish their moves. They just flow into their moves.
Yeah. No, you're right. Because watching Maddie versus watching Kyndal is just like night and day.
Correct.
Watching Nia versus watching Kyndal is night and day.
And Nia deserved so much better.
Nia deserved so much better.
She should be a big influencer right now. She should be.
You know, she has something going on, I will say. She's a little bit more relevant than
she like does
some of the other girls
or something like.
I think she has a podcast.
Yes. I know her mom does, right? Holly?
I think all the moms do, like Holly.
I've listened to Christy's because she had Kathy on.
She had Kathy on the show?
And they spilled the tea just about how like Kathy and Christy like got along. Like it was very much scripted. The people who didn't get along was Kathy and Abby, obviously. But like all the moms really didn't have like a problem with her that much. And I like Kathy.
No, we love Kathy. My mom is obsessed with Kathy. The way that this whole thing, well, you talk about hometown tea. This is literally like the small town of Pittsburgh, and we're like dance moms. Yeah, my mom loved Kathy.
Yeah.
She was great.
Like rewatching it, I'm like, oh my God, Kathy, you make sense.
Yes, you're valid. Like I'm in the season where she hires like the choreographer.
Which one?
Oh, right. It's I think his name is Anthony.
I just finished that.
Oh wait, what episode are you on?
I just got into season 5.
Oh shit, never mind.
Yeah, I finished season 4, which the beginning of season 4, because you know the seasons are so long.
They're so long.
The beginning of season 4 is when Brooke and Paige haven't left yet, but they do that season, and Kalani jumps in.
I'm about to start season 4. I think I'm on the tail end of season 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I just finished all of that. I like binged it this weekend after being on the internet, and that's what pisses me off is that the internet like puts me in a spiral to where I go into it like I'm sitting there watching full-length clips of dance moms on my phone when I could be watching it on TV.
No, that part.
That's something that pisses me off is that I can get on my phone and I watch a whole entire episode of something. But I could turn it on my TV.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here watching it part 1. Click for part 2 or like remind me for part on 2 TikTok, in the comments. Yes. And then I click the video and it sends me down the spiral.
Yeah.
In the comments.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
That's
it gets
real.
me in such a loophole of just like.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm done. I'm stuck.
And now I'm ruining my TV watching by watching Dance Moms.
Okay. Now, I know you're going to have something to say about this. This is kind of old news, but I'm going to bring it back up. The face. He said, Can we all talk about how unserious, just unserious, the Rolling Stones top 200 best singers of all time list was? That shit pissed me off for real. And that was weeks ago, but I'm still angry.
Celine Dion wasn't on the list.
Bro, Kelly Clarkson was below everybody and their mama, and I was kind of like, what the fuck?
And when she covers a song, you should be scared.
I don't even think Michael Jackson was in the top 50. That also was just offensive. Like, I was like, this is a fucked up list all the way around. What the fuck?
There was someone else that people were really mad that they weren't on the list.
Was it Cher?
Let me go look it up.
Right.
Because I know they talked about it like a lot. Like I know that Celine Dion like was like the biggest one that people were like, Celine Dion wasn't on the list.
This was the top vocalist, my understanding, of all times. And I hate to say it, why the fuck was Taylor Swift that high on the list?
No, and you know, okay.
She was high on that list. Beyonce wasn't high enough for me. I don't even know where she was. I feel like she was top 10, but let me digress.
I'm an anti-Swiftie, like so hard. Like so hard. It's bad. And I'm sorry. To the Swift community.
They're going to dox you.
No. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I give her credit where credit is due. The girl
100%.
can write a song.
She can write a damn good song.
But she shouldn't be the one singing them, probably, personally.
Well. Here's my thing. And I've said this, I think, before. My thing with the Swifties and Taylor Swift in general is I think everybody needs to give Taylor Swift her credit with Evermore and Folklore, and they just don't. And a lot of the Swifties just argue that because it's almost like it wasn't supposed to be, those albums weren't supposed to exist, essentially.
Yes.
Because of COVID. And I'm like,
Yes.
I don't care. They're still in the universe. Let's put them in the top 5 and not 5. Both of them are incredible bodies of work. More so than most of her work, I would argue. I think it is some of her best work. And people, Swifties, love to say that they almost don't count. I'm offended by that. And I think you guys need to reevaluate your stance as a stan. Personally, that's just me.
Just personally. I am a big fan of 1989 though.
Yeah. No, 1989 is a bop and a half.
Bop album, like great songs, great beat.
Yeah.
Besides the Shake It Off, Sorry, that's on that album, right?
Yeah, Shake It Off is on 1989.
And I think it's just because it got overplayed by kids. And when 100%. You work with kids, that's all I heard for years and years and years.
That's valid.
But the rest of the album, like
Style is a great fucking... You know, I was literally just somewhere and they were playing a bunch of 1989. Wildest Dreams. What was the other one?
Welcome to New York.
Out of the Woods. Clean is on there.
Her just like bonus tracks. Wonderland is my favorite one on that album. I love that song. I love it. And I just don't love like the rest of her albums. I really don't.
Yeah. It's fine.
Her OG stuff like was a moment, I think, and I think her voice fit her OG stuff because it was more like storytelling and fun.
Yeah.
Not that she's not like a storyteller now. I think her lyrics do tell a good little story, but with the country bop, you don't have to be like as perfect in your vocals, I think.
Totally.
And so, and it was just fitting in the time. I think my biggest issue with her was that she like switched genres. But again, I know
everybody
lots of
has that tea with her. I think I don't care.
Artists also had that.
Yeah, I think she's a great pop girly personally.
I think I don't know what it is. Like the girl can write a song.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I guess it's just her voice, and I enjoyed the voice more with country.
Sure. I was riding shotgun, my hair
undone in the front seat of his car.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
she can do that. But then even piggybacking off of that, the curly hair was a moment. But even piggybacking off of that, I had somebody on TikTok. If we're talking about Taylor Swift and what pissed us off too, and this is a double whammy, I guess. This one really got me. They said that Taylor Swift could do B-Day by Beyonce, but Beyonce could never do. Actually, let me make sure I'm quoting the album right. Folklore. Please. They said Beyonce couldn't do Folklore, but Taylor Swift. Now, why do y'all put your favorite person in the world in positions like that? That's evil. That's not stand-up. That's not. You're not a true fan because you're putting her in a horrible position. Don't do that to your fave. Why would you do that? It's offensive.
I just want to say be for real.
Like
be for real right now.
Like, please.
There are things that Taylor Swift could do. But there are things that she can't do. And I think any Beyonce song is one of them. Because, again, the vocals are very different. And it's not in the fact that she's, like... Okay.
Nobody can do Beyonce. Like, even the best of singers are like... Right. Beyonce songs are very difficult.
They are so hard to sing.
They're very difficult.
And she sings them live with dancing.
Flawlessly. You ever tried to sing Love on Top with all the fucking octaves, with all the key shifts? Have you ever tried that?
Yes.
It's hard. It's
and
hard.
Singing Halo.
Hard.
You have to stand up. You have to do breathing exercises before. You have to drink gallons of water
from
with
your diaphragm.
Honey.
From your diaphragm.
Coating your throat.
Yeah.
And
then you got to sing that bitch.
And everyone wanted to do it on YouTube when back in
Bro.
like the late 2000s, like
You're
before the
telling
2010s.
You're telling me.
The YouTube era?
The YouTube era was something sick and twisted. That's a whole other episode. Hannah will be back.
The YouTube era, I was deep in it.
Yeah.
I had some videos with a friend, and we were singing, and they're embarrassing. And I don't know.
I don't even blame you.
They're definitely still on YouTube.
That's so cute.
We thought we were going to be famous. We really, really did.
I think that's great, though.
We sat there. Oh, my God. There was this one time.
Oh, my God. I love this. This is like actually perfect segue into like hometown tea. Like
I
almost
know,
like
We're now into hometown because this was in my hometown. Obviously, because I wasn't an adult yet to live alone. But me and my friend, we would literally go to her house, and you know, like the voice, how on a desktop you could like record like a version of voice memos, essentially.
Yeah.
Where you like save voice notes, kind
Yeah.
of. We would put the karaoke version of a song in the background, like through a speaker, and record ourselves singing, and then we'd take that like footage
and just do a
and
music
burn
video?
it onto a CD.
Oh.
And we burned like a whole CD. We had a whole entire CD with like 9 tracks on it. We took like cover photos. Like we posed. Like we went to the mall. We made her mom drive us to the Macon Mall, 45 minutes away from our house. We bought new outfits. We took pictures in the JCPenney's with like the backdrops because the bedroom setups and they were like beaded like walls and stuff. We took pictures on our digital camera, printed it off, cut it into where it fit into like the disc picture thing. And we even like went on like picnic and put our picture.
Oh my God, I forgot about that app. Oh my God, I forgot about that app. Shit, I forgot about that app.
Unlocking.
Bro.
And we typed all the songs that we covered and we like put it on the back, and we were like, we are going to send that. We're going to mail this to somebody and they're going to get us famous.
Yeah.
We never mailed it to anyone, I don't think. I don't think we like really thought it that through. We didn't know who to mail it to.
Well, who would you mail it to? Justin Bieber.
Well, at the time, he was like a child. He was starting there, but because when we did that, I was in 5th grade, and he really started getting big when I was in like 7th and 8th grade. And so it was a few years before. He was doing stuff on YouTube at the time.
You know, Justin, if you see this, sign Hannah. She's been meaning to send you she's meaning to send you something.
Call Usher,
baby.
Call Usher. Tell him I have a CD ready.
Yeah, she has something for him.
And it's ready. Like it's burned and everything. And I'll send it to you.
For free.
For free.
For free. Hannah, before we like dissect all these submissions, because there's a couple, do you have any like just burning hometown core memories?
A lot. I mean, this didn't just happen to me. Like, this was at my high school. So our athletic director at the time, my senior year of high school, we were finally on like a pretty decent like winning streak for football and stuff. I was a cheerleader. My high school boyfriend at the time was playing football, and the athletic director, like all the football players loved him. He got one of the teachers at our school pregnant.
Your boyfriend?
No, the athletic director.
Please.
No.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. She said no.
The athletic director got one of the teachers at my high school pregnant.
Were they married?
He was married. She was not. She was not. She was fine. He was a scumbag. And yeah, it was, I think one of the students found out because of just like hanging around him, like out, like at practice and after practice and stuff, that, and then it like word got out, and of course the teacher got pregnant and she like wasn't married, and he had to resign, not per the county, not per like the school. The parents were so pissed off at like the bad kind of just like influence he was being, and they were like, if you don't quit, we're pulling our sons out of the program. And he was like, I'm not gonna ruin y'all's like football career, so I'm gonna quit. And then we got an all new athletic director our senior year.
Oh shit.
So all of the seniors, and he like blatantly said to like the football players, I don't care about you unless you're a freshman, because that's who I'm gonna be building up, is the freshmen. So like the rest of y'all couldn't really care less about. And he went through and changed so much at our school, like in the athletic program, like the cheerleaders. So our colors were maroon and gold, and we would do like a sparkly gold. He changed it to where we had to wear mustard yellow. Like we had to get rid of all the glitter, all the color, like everything. He was just like a terror.
Why was he being lame?
Just a terror. And our like all the seniors except for 4, because 2 of them had like scholarships, like riding on like that season, quit. So we had 4 senior football players.
No.
And then we obviously lost like every game. And then I, as a cheerleader, had to go to every game while we lost. So embarrassing.
Child, this is why I did not go to the football games. Glad I did not play a sport. That's tea. My only hometown, I have 2 pieces of hometown tea. The first one happened after I graduated, funny enough. But I had the teacher, which is why I was shocked. I had a teacher in high school, and come to find out.
All teachers.
Yeah.
Always teachers.
Yeah. My little brother, he's 4 years younger than me.
Okay.
This is what gets me. I'll circle back. So she was a teacher, whatever. She got caught sending nudes to the boys on the baseball team. The high school teacher, grown-ass woman, was sending grown-ass nudes to little boys. Old enough to be married with a child.
Okay.
Old enough to be married with a child. And the part that gets me the most was, I remember when I told my little brother about it, he was like, oh, that is so crazy. Yeah, she's getting fired, blah, blah, blah. She was so nice to me. She was really nice to me. She was looking forward to having me in her class. I was like, she was grooming my little brother. Yeah, a little bitch. If I see you in the street, it is fucking on sight for real.
Be so fucking for real right now.
I was disgusted. I was actually like, I am so fucking glad that woman got fired. Girl.
Ew.
What the fuck?
Ew. That is so nasty. Okay. And that's what pisses me off too, is like, it just pisses me off because it gives teachers a bad rep.
Yes.
Of like being predators.
Yes.
Because so many of them out there are predators.
Yeah.
Especially when they work in the high school era. Mm. Like when you are sitting there working, like
they're like entering adulthood, but they are not there yet. Like, I need you to understand that high school students are not fucking adults.
Their frontal lobes do not develop until they're 26 years old.
And I don't care that they're 18. Like, do you not feel weird talking to like an 18-year-old like that? That's weird. That's your subordinate. Can you ask how old the kids were?
And how were they getting these nudes?
I think through Snapchat.
Kyndal, be for real right now.
I wish I was kidding. I honest to God should have like called somebody, because again, I was graduated by the time this came out. So
a grown woman on Snapchat with little kids.
Yes, because she probably assumed that they weren't going to share them.
Because back then it was like really hard to screenshot, because you had to like,
you literally couldn't screenshot
and hold the things on the side back then. You know what I mean? Like to screenshot.
You had to do something crazy. And now people just have iPads.
Right. You can sit there, and also when you're opening it, you don't have to hold the image down to see it anymore the way you used to. You used to have to, when you would open a Snapchat.
Yeah.
This shows my age.
No, I get what you're saying.
You'd have to hold it open the whole time. Once you let go, it went away.
Yeah.
So if you tried to screenshot it, you had to like have someone there like holding the screen, or you had to be like really practiced,
3 fingers,
like that. And now you just click it open and it plays, and then it can just go.
Yep. The kids have it so easy nowadays.
And granted, it does send a notification, but that doesn't stop me from doing it.
No, literally.
You know what I mean?
So I don't know what made her think that she could get away with that shit, but she got caught. She got fired. Yeah.
Good riddance.
The other part, though, has to crack me up. Shout out to the assistant principal when I was there, but he turned into the principal when I graduated. He was a motherfucker when I was in school. You know who you are, and I can't stand you, because all you ever wanted to do was get me in trouble, but now I can laugh.
Period.
Because he got arrested for a DUI.
Oh my God. It was always the craziest tea when teachers would get arrested for DUI.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
And it was always the male teachers and principals and whatever.
Yes.
Like, we had one who got a DUI. He was one of the coaches, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the coaches that teach history.
Don't get me started. Don't.
it's always the coaches
It's
that
always
teach
the coaches
history
that teach history.
and that are young men too and perverted to
Weird.
girls.
Weird.
Just nasty.
Motherfuckers weird.
Nasty. And then they want to go get drunk at the local hometown bar over the weekend, drive home because they're sad and lonely.
And think that they're going to get away with it.
And then they
but
get
you
pulled
don't
over.
because I always win. Remember that. I wish I could call him out by name. I won't.
I know.
I won't. But you know who you are and you know what you did and you try to make my life a living hell. Literally go to hell actually because I got accused of cheating,
Burn in
quote
hell.
unquote, when I was in 9th grade. I wasn't cheating. They were just racist.
Period.
And when my mom and dad showed up and threatened to call, like, my mom, you know, she's a journalist or whatever, so she knows people in media. When they threaten to call, like, we're like, we'll call people and we'll really get
Correct.
your ass.
We will expose you.
They were like, okay, we clearly don't have a case. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was after me after that. Like,
No.
every single thing I did, like, he was after me. So, and I graduated unscathed. Go to hell. That's why you got your DUI. Kiss your wife at night. Do you have a wife?
Your wife kisses a dirty mouth like that?
I feel bad
You
for
kiss
her.
your wife with that dirty mouth?
Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? Sometimes,
now,
but not recently.
The grown men, do you kiss your wife with that mouth?
Yeah.
I had a teacher who was out to get me as well. She was my math teacher / cheerleading coach. She hated my ass.
Oh.
But then we got a new cheerleading coach like my junior year, so it was better.
That's good.
But my math teacher, my freshman year, I accidentally got put in accelerated math.
No.
It was by fate. It was by luck. It was by chance. I cheated. Not really. But I didn't really cheat. I guessed all through the CRCT. Like, I just sat there, Christmas treed. And then they were like, I remember getting pulled in 7th grade. And they were like, you are being placed in accelerated math.
You are incredibly
like,
smart. Yeah.
I've actually like failed math like several years in a row. But okay. And so they put me in accelerated math and my 8th grade year. I did all right. I had a really good teacher. She was very kind. She knew I was struggling. So she would like tutor me and stuff. Kind woman. Tutored me throughout high school. Even tutored my mom during her master's program.
Oh, that's
very
so
sweet.
nice.
Very kind. For free.
Wow.
For free.
God bless her.
No, and
I hope you're doing well, Queen.
She's living at the beach now.
Good for her.
She's doing really good, and I love her.
Oh.
But I got to high school, still in accelerated math, and I get this teacher, and I'm doing pretty poorly. Pretty poorly. Well, my mother emails her, and is because my mother's a teacher.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Hey, tutoring opportunities?" ? And my teacher sits in the class, looks at the computer and goes, Hannah, your mother says that you have a 71 in the class.
Why
and that
would
you'd like
she?
tutoring opportunities?
Oh.
And I was like, a freshman.
Why would she announce that to the classroom? She's not supposed to announce your grade like
Because
that.
she's an idiot.
That's like not allowed.
Correct. So I obviously go home crying, telling my
Yes.
mom, like, Mom, she read my grade to the class. Like, I'm so sad. Now everyone knows I'm stupid in AC math.
No.
Because people who are in accelerated classes, like,
you know, they're annoying.
They're annoying and they get A's.
Yeah.
No matter what, except me, because it was an accident. And so I tell my mom, and my mom emails and goes, do not read my messages to the class.
Why
like,
the fuck would you do that?
Yeah. So the next day I get there and she goes, Hannah, your mother says that she doesn't like that I'm reading your emails to the class. No, exactly. The silence. Exactly. So I was just like,
Oh, okay.
obviously, no. Like, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. So I went back to my 8th grade math teacher for tutoring.
Right.
We had to get the principal involved, obviously, because she's reading, like...
She's reading confidential information that she's not supposed to...
To other kids.
Weird.
Other kids. And she got mad at me, obviously, and then just, like, made my life a living hell, like, the next 2 years. Like, would see me in the hallway. I would be, like, this far away from my high school boyfriend, and she'd walk up and be like, you're not supposed to show PDA in the hallway. Next time it's a write-up. And I'm just like, I'm literally, I can't even touch him right now. He's so far away.
Like, I wish he were closer, bitch.
I wish he were closer. I just want to hug and kiss him.
Aww.
But, like, she was just so evil. Like, and I just want to know why.
What possessed? I swear some of those people were some of the more miserable people in the world.
Why did you become a teacher?
Why did you become a teacher if you hate kids?
If you hate kids and you hate your job, quit.
Literally quit.
Quit. It's that simple.
You can literally do so many other things.
With an education degree.
Like so many things.
So many things. And quit. That's all I have to say. If you are miserable and you make kids miserable, quit.
It's that simple.
Because I hated school for that.
Yeah, I would have too. We asked you guys what your hometown tea was. We're about to react to it. I can only sense that these are going to be so fucking funny. And I'm really excited. Any thoughts before we jump right in?
When we talked about it, like your idea for this, we were like, we're about to get like some of the dirtiest tea, the hottest
rancid
tea. Like,
shit.
we are about to hear some of the dirtiest scandals in the world. Because
I'm really scared.
Hometown shit, like,
especially if it's anonymous.
Oh my God. And that both where you and I are from, I feel like me, small town.
Yeah.
That's like piping hot.
That's
you being
piping.
over here, like in that area where it is.
It's just kids doing drugs. Like
Exactly.
I feel like I only have a little bit of something. Not even my hometown tea was my assistant principal getting a DUI. But everybody gets a fucking DUI nowadays.
But don't.
But it feels like
it's true though.
It's just like
it's true.
Okay,
it's true.
you know.
Let's get started.
Let's get into it. First things first. Mostly school related, but so many, bruh. A freshman ate another guy's ass for 2 beers, and the video circulated on Twitter. We had a hairbrush handle girl who had a video too. A kid put laxatives in some cookies and gave them to girls that were bullying him. There was a teacher who posed nudes for Playboy in like the 90s. Some kid showed up on campus in a KKK hood my senior year. Coweta County was great.
So let's
That was
digress
a lot.
back.
That was like
let's digress back to the very beginning where it said ate ass for 2 beers. You're gonna eat ass and get 2 beers out of it?
The part that gets the fuck out of me is that the video circulated on Twitter. What the fuck were you doing eating ass for 2 beers?
On a video.
Why would you do that, girl? No.
2 beers and
you didn't even get a whole handle.
I can guarantee that it was 2 like PBRs.
Like the worst kind. Like you didn't even get like good shit. Like you can do this
like
for 2
natty
bottles
daddies.
of wine.
Like
just bad
because
shit.
It was high school. If it was in high school, it was like a
It was
natty
only what
daddy.
you could get. Yeah.
And those are like drinking like yellow water, like piss water.
Jesus.
And you're gonna sit here and eat someone's dirty ass for it?
I mean, they go together beautifully.
And the worst part is like when you're like, if you choose to like eat ass or whatever, like so
fine,
be it, whatever,
you know,
I
do
don't
it for
care.
pleasure, but not for 2 beers.
When you do it at a party when someone is unwashed, they've been walking around in their jeans, riding up with swamp ass. And then you say, oh, give me 2 natty daddies and I'll stick my tongue up your booty hole. Be so fucking for real right now. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. When you are walking around at a party,
like
you are dirty.
Disgusting. No, you are filthy. Why did you tongue that man's asshole with a video camera rolling? No.
You should have gotten some money out of it.
You literally should have gotten at least $50 and 2 beers from that. But I digress.
And a handle.
Now this said we had a hairbrush handle girl who had a video too. I can only imagine. I don't even have really words for that. I feel like that's every school.
Yeah, where they like stick it up their cooch.
Yeah. But this, a kid put laxatives in some cookies and gave them to the girls that were bullying him. This is crazy.
Now, honestly,
be honest. I wash my hands of it.
Because honestly,
I need to know how severe the bullying was, though.
And I need to know how severe the laxatives were. Was it like milk of magnesium? Like,
what the fuck are you talking about?
That's the stuff they give you at like hospitals. Like if you come like severely constipated, I think it's like milk of magnesia, not magnesium. I said that wrong. But it's like this thing that you drink and it goes through you and it like releases everything. Like when you have like obstructions, when you're constipated and you go to the hospital, they like give it to you. Or was it a stool softener where it just made you have like really watery boo-boo? You know what I mean? Like that's what I need to know.
I would assume that he get like if he did even do a stool softener, he did a lot.
Yeah, I mean, enough to make a difference in a whole cookie when you like bake it and stuff. Like,
That's gross. I need to know how severe the bullying was because that will justify
could
whether
warrant.
or not. Yeah, it could warrant. It
because
really
bullying
could.
is so. If it's like extreme enough, like
I don't even blame you.
That's a small piece of revenge.
That's a small price to pay. Literally, exactly. Like versus like mental torment.
And it's almost like I'm taking mental notes as if I'm being bullied at this age.
Dead ass.
But I wish I had known something like that back then.
I wouldn't have known to do that. No, I was not getting bullied to that point. In fact, I would argue that if anybody's tried to step to me, I would step right the fuck back. I'd start. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was a fucking pit bull in fucking school. Are you kidding me? I made little boys cry. I
Good for
did.
you.
I was annoying as shit.
Good for you. In middle school, that's when I was bullied. I was not. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was more of like.
I didn't become a pit bull till like high school, I will say.
Okay, yeah.
Like it wasn't until like a good junior, senior year. But yeah, middle school. Well, they bullied me online in middle school.
I feel like when you, because of our age difference, when you were in middle school, that was the era that my high school was getting bullied online. Like we had
Yik
girls.
yak. Did you have yik yak?
Yik yak was when I got to college. My hometown didn't have yik yak. Okay, but when I got to college, it did. It did.
That's
and it
worse.
ran like Greek life.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Because where we went to school is kind of small.
Yeah. Small. I mean, it's a big, like.
It's a big campus.
It's a big campus, but it's like commuter-ish.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like still like suburban area around it. Like so it was still like people. And I think a lot of Yik Yak was like high school kids too at the time.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
And everything. But Yik Yak, like on campus was bad. Like,
ran rampant.
We got told when I was going through recruitment, abolish Greek life. Whenever I was going through recruitment, they were like, if you get caught saying stuff on Yik Yak, you will get kicked out of the recruitment process. Like, that's how bad it was. Because girls were getting on, like, dirty talking, like, potential new members and, like, sisters and stuff. It was bad.
Oh, wow.
But my high school did YouTube videos. Like, girls were doing YouTube videos, like, talking crap. And we had, like, a burn book Instagram.
No.
Yeah. I got put on it.
No.
My picture got put on it. And I will never forget this night. I was showering after cheerleading practice. I got out and I literally was like checking Instagram, and then I see like a comment, like tag me in a comment, and I click it, and it was in the caption. And it was my yearbook picture. They put everyone's yearbook picture. And in high school, I lost like probably around like 50 pounds, like from sophomore to junior year.
Oh, wow.
And I remember it said 135, more like 531. Guess you're fat and dyslexic.
Hannah.
And now I laugh.
That is not funny to me.
It was
that
bad.
Is not
I laugh
funny.
now because I'm like, be serious. Like, you were on Instagram, like, saying that about someone.
No, literally, like, you're a loser.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And
how did you recover?
My brother commented. My brother actually, like, helped me with this. He commented and was like, Hannah, you're dyslexic. We have to tell mom and dad. They need to know to help you.
Oh, he tried. He said, let me jump in here, help her real quick.
Honestly, like, then someone tried to be like a hero or whatever and make like a compliment like page, and it was honestly more lame than good. Like,
damn.
He would put because it got exposed who it was. He would put every picture that had already gotten posted and then like say something good about them.
How did the nice account get exposed, not the mean one?
I think he ended up like telling people, and then it just like got word of mouth. We guessed who like the burn account was. And we still, to this day, I don't think, like, no.
That's fucked up, and I don't understand how nobody shut that down.
It got shut down when the two girls that were accused of it, like, basically, like, our principal, like, got involved, and someone, like, got the account taken down by reporting it to Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But it was when we were reporting these two girls for bullying, like making the YouTube pages and saying all this stuff. we just like, I remember printing off like stuff that had been said about me. And this one girl that I was friends with, she was like the main victim of it. And we brought it and we were like, here's all the evidence we have of what's being like said of us online.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we haven't done anything. We really don't know what's going on, especially her, because hers was getting like nasty. And the accounts got shut down, but that was because like someone got it reported.
Got it.
But it just like timed out to where when we were, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and no one started a new one when those girls got like reported. So they got suspended too.
Okay, well.
So I don't know. Both of y'all can rot in hell, by the way.
Whoa. She said, by the fucking way.
By the way, what's next?
What's that? Like, dead ass. The 2 times a body was found in the soccer field on Robinson Road.
Where's Robinson
And
Road?
everyone just covered it up and forgot about it. Why do I feel like whoever sent this was from my hometown? Because there is a Robinson Road.
There's probably
near
one
me.
in every hometown.
No, deadass. So, like, maybe this isn't
2
from mine.
bodies.
2 bodies in
That's
a
like
soccer
Degrassi.
field.
That's just like Degrassi.
There's a Degrassi episode where that happens?
They find like a body in like a shed because and then several people died in Degrassi. Did you watch it?
No, not
I was
really.
a big Degrassi girl. But
That makes sense.
literally 2 bodies.
2 bodies.
And people just left it.
Yeah,
It was unsolved.
I guess. They said nobody said anything.
Where are the true crime podcast girlies?
Dead
at?
ass.
Like,
Somebody figured out. It was on Robinson Road, so somebody get it.
Robinson Road, 2 bodies, soccer field.
Look it
That's
up.
all you need to know.
This one says, we had an undercover cop at my high school, 21 Jump Street style,
Period.
who was partnered with one of my friends for chemistry, and he went to her house for a project, and her mom made them cookies. He kept being really weird and asking her about drugs, but she didn't think anything of it until a few months later when she saw the kid from her class out and about with a wife and kids.
That always baffles me when you
That's
look young enough
crazy,
to
like,
be in high school.
To me, that's a little weird. Like, you're an undercover
You're
cop. I
weird.
get it. But, like, why are you at their house? Like,
Do you have to make it that believable?
like that's weird.
And it's
That's
weird to me that someone would marry someone that does that.
It's just weird. It's just weird. Like, you're infiltrating. Like, you're in people's business.
And
it's
that
like,
you would marry someone who looks young enough
To do
pass as a
that.
high schooler.
it's just like, also, it's just kind of like, oh, like, don't you, like, aren't there better things to do than, like, figure out, like, what the high school kid drugs are? Because they're never that serious. It's always just weed.
Cocaine,
Like,
maybe a few pain pills.
go to the source. Go to the source. You don't need to go
Find
undercover.
the main like dealer,
Like,
that's
come
dealing to
on.
underage kids.
Me talking like I know what the fuck cops do. I don't give a fuck. Moving on.
Period.
Apparently the marching band at my high school had an orgy. Not everyone, but some / a lot of people. I went to North Cobb High School. LMAO. Why'd you
Exposed.
put that?
Exposed. Oh my
Why'd you
God.
do that?
The way I'm gonna ask someone that I know that went to North Cobb High School about that.
That is so funny.
It's always the band kids.
No, the band kids are crazy. And the theater kids get a bad rep. Don't get me wrong. I was a theater kid. They're very
too.
horny. They are incredibly horny. But
Yeah.
the band kids are worse, I would argue.
I agree because our band kids would like always hook up on the bus rides to away games.
Well,
Yes.
I can't say that because moving on.
Okay.
Away games. Yeah.
Okay. Our theater kids were also pretty like horny. Like
The theater kids were horny.
they would get caught like in the wings like of the auditorium and
Yep.
stuff, like sucking D and like things like that.
It was never that serious.
Ours were dirty.
Oh.
It was
in
one
high
girl.
school.
It was one girl. She was dirty. Like she would offer guys. She'd be like, "I'll suck your dick." And like, teach their own. Good for you for being proud of who you are. But in the high school,
Like, get it together. Let's pull
offer
it
it
together
at home.
real quick. Like, can we figure
What's
this out?
next?
What's next? Whew. This girl I know started dating this guy, and they were cousins by marriage and got caught hooking up at a family reunion. At the family reunion, bro?
I want to know what small town that's from because you know it's a small town.
It's like one thing to not know that you're dating your cousin, but it's
Correct.
another thing to know and then hook up at the family reunion.
Like
that's
your
jail
grandparents
time.
are out there.
Jail time.
Wait. They were blood?
By marriage.
Okay. So you're not blood, but
They're still family. At
You
the
share
family
somebody.
reunion?
That's so dirty.
That is horrible, y'all. Damn.
Oh my God.
This one says, at my high school, 2 furry kids, junior, proposed to each other during lunch. The girl said yes, and they were engaged up until halfway through their senior year. He had found out that she cheated on him with her cousin, and they subsequently broke up soon after. He would go on to shave his head and become a hardcore Trump supporter while she is still in that hometown, presumably still screwing her cousin.
Her cousin, another cousin. Come on, y'all. There are other
Y'all.
people out in the world. The world
Y'all.
has 7 billion people.
Y'all.
You don't have to fuck your
You
cousin.
don't have to fuck your cousin. Oh my God.
This feels like Alabama.
The furriness of that all, that's crazy. Oh no. This
Lord.
happened when I was in middle school, and it shook the entire county. When I was in 6th grade, there was this group of 8th grade boys that everyone knew, and they were bad as hell. Mind you, I went to one of the top schools in the district, so you couldn't get in if you weren't a decent student. One day, we were in class, and we heard yelling from down the hall. Our school's office was in the 6th grade hall, so whenever something happened, 6th graders would be the first to hear about it. Apparently, one of the boys from the 8th grade group got mad at the science teacher and peed in her water bottle. She drank it and immediately spit it out. She said that she thought it was green tea, but it was straight piss.
You don't remember what you brought to school? What liquid you brought to school?
The guy got expelled, and the teacher was sent to the hospital for a couple days.
Yeah, absolutely. I would be like, pump my stomach, literally cut me open, scrape the inside of my stomach, get all like evidence of that child's DNA out of my body. You're so fucking nasty that you did that. You are so fucking nasty.
You are so fucking nasty. What the hell? Actually, this is actually crazy because somebody actually submitted. This must be the same person. This was submitted, but it was like, this was submitted for a different episode, but it was very low key. Like they were like, oh, a student pissed in a water bottle in middle school. It was the middle school horror stories, I'm pretty sure.
Oh
somebody
my
sent
God. So they sent it again.
But they sent it with more detail. So I'm so glad you cleared this up.
Thank you.
What the fuck though?
Ew, to whoever you are that did that, you are so fucking nasty. Like, you are vile. Like,
no, you are not seeing heaven. Like, that is evil. What the fuck could she have done to piss you off so bad that you just decided to pee in her water bottle? And my question is, how the fuck did they piss in the water bottle? Like, did they do it in the class? Did they do it while she left? Did other students watch this student piss in the water bottle and do nothing about it? Did all y'all sit around and watch the teacher drink this man's piss?
And if you watch that, you are actively just as fucking
You
nasty.
are sick. You are sick. You are sick.
You are sick.
You are sick. I mean, how the fuck did he get a hold of her water bottle?
Ew.
I have so many questions about that.
That's making me clutch
My
your water bottles.
pearls.
Clutch your water bottles. Clutch your pearls. Literally.
Hold your
Hold
loved
it
ones
up.
tight because, baby, they pissing and shit.
Ew.
They are pissing in your water. Evil. Also, the fact that your piss was so fucking crazy looking that it looked like green tea is crazy.
And again, you don't remember what liquid you brought to school that morning?
No, because clearly she's just, I don't even know. I can't even blame her for this. I really don't know what she could have done to justify this. I don't. You said
no, but not what she did. I'm saying you really can't remember the drink you brought to school.
I don't know. I don't think
because most teachers have multiple cups.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if she
know?
thought one of them was green tea?
But if you like, do you have green tea at home?
I don't make green tea, so there's never a moment where I would think.
How many
I have
people?
tea. Yeah.
Reply post. Comment below.
Reply post.
If you actively make green tea every day. Every day.
He said, who fucking does that? This one says, we had an assistant principal that was so cool, was so much fun at the prep rallies. Everyone loved him, and he lost his job because apparently he slept with a student. But get this, his wife also worked at the school.
And again, the audacity of men.
It'd be like the best ones too.
Right? Because they put on this front that everyone loves, and they do it on purpose. It's a whole
it's like
psychological
never
tactic. It's a whole psychological tactic.
It's weird.
Where they put on this front of being like, everyone's going to love me. And it makes them have more ability to have like more options of people like that when they're more lovable and more trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're least likely to ever be assumed to do that.
No, 100%.
Dirty
Weird
motherfuckers.
Weird shit. Y'all are going to jail. You're going to jail. This one says, Apparently, my hometown had an issue with parents cheating on each other with other parents. I was in therapy with about 8 other kids, all because our parents were separating or divorcing. And for the most of us, it was because our parents were eating on each other. Eating on each
like
other?
Like cannibals?
I guess like sleeping.
Okay.
I don't know. Cheating, not eating. Cheating on each other with the other parents of the kids in the therapy group. It was a strange experience, especially the good church-going people. And then suddenly, at 10 years old, you realize how fucked up all the parents actually are. One girl in the therapy group even found out that her quote-unquote mom was not her biological mother right before the session. Apparently, her father had her with some other woman and she ran off. So then he met this other lady that raised the girl, and they never told her the truth until the mom and dad were divorcing.
Just like that, I'm going to start a prayer group tonight to
no,
pray for these kids.
Y'all are fucking up children in the head left and right because you cannot seem to get
People
things correct.
People shouldn't be parents.
No, some of y'all really should never even think about owning a dog, mind you. Like, you don't get a dog. Don't fucking get a hamster.
Don't even get
either.
A fish.
Don't get a fucking fish if you can't keep it together, yo. Like, what the fuck? You are ruining people's lives. You just ruined that little girl's life.
I'm just picturing group therapy, like a line of kids in and out. Like that poor therapist had to go to therapy herself, I'm sure.
No, I'm sure she, you know what? That is something I couldn't do. That is a job I couldn't do.
Yeah.
In that scenario specifically, I would have started swinging. Like, that's just something I can't do.
When you hear things that just like make you mad,
I would be like,
boil.
I would be looking at children in the face and being like, are you fucking for real right now? Like, and breaking ethics.
Real.
Breaking ethics. I don't think any therapist can do that.
The HIPAA stuff, like the way I would gather all these kids at once, because I'm sure it was individual therapy. I would gather all these kids and be like, here's the plan. We're going to go beat your parents' asses, which is breaking HIPAA.
Yeah.
Ethical other things of like group therapy when it's like they're paying for one-on-one. But the way I would do that, because I'd be like,
y'all are crazy.
You guys are fucking nuts.
Like, can y'all keep it in your pants for 5 seconds? And if you can't, can you make sure your kids don't find out? Because this is crazy. But my other question, or at least, see, and this is how, if you talk about you're going to beat up the parents, my method of choice for violating HIPAA and getting fired as a therapist, I would gather all the children together and I'd say, listen now, here's what we're actually going to do.
Listen now.
We're going to take your story and we're going to run. We're going to go to Oprah, okay? We're going to go to Oprah and don't tell anybody about this until we get the contracts. Do not tell anybody about this.
Sign an NDA right now.
And then we're going to sell your story to Netflix, okay?
Oh, my God.
And we're going to be fine.
And then you'll hear Oprah sit down with these kids. Were you silent or were you silenced?
I think it's a foolproof plan. Now, I get fired, and that's fine.
Absolutely, but you get the check from Oprah and
I
Netflix.
get the check from Oprah and Netflix, and, I mean, who won, really?
You did, because you helped these kids.
Exactly.
Oprah would get you a job somehow.
No, literally.
You'd work for Oprah.
I would be under Oprah. Fuck.
You'd work for Oprah.
This one says, oh, my God. I went to a local high school where a now infamous cosplay TikToker might go to prison for accidentally shooting their friend.
What?
This person revealed their identity, but I'm not going to tell them. I'm not going to say who it is on live.
You have to tell me after.
I will. I said,
okay.
I know about this actually. They sent me this like a while ago, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? And yeah, for real. I read the article. It was like they were.
Send me the article.
I will. They were playing with like a gun.
Ah!
And it sounds like it was a genuine accident.
Oh, but don't play with guns.
Why would you be playing with the gun? They were like playing with it, and they shot their friend. Yeah. Yeah. It was really sad actually. But then the crazy part was that they were posting TikToks the next day like nothing happened.
Sick in the head.
Like that's weird. No, that's okay. No, that was the part that was just eerie to me. I was like, yo, they had like thousands upon thousands of followers. like hundreds of thousands.
You'll have to show me the account.
I will. I don't think it's up anymore. I think they literally they're in jail.
Someone has screen recorded the account though before, I'm sure. And
I'm sure.
So we'll have to find out the account name so that way I can look it up.
They have it I have it right here. Yeah.
Ah! Okay, I can't wait.
Yeah. The next one says, whew, that one was weird.
Tea. See, we're getting the dirtiest,
we're getting dirt.
Hottest, steamiest tea.
Period. My high school physics teacher was arrested for possession of child porn. Oh my God. And for taking pictures. Oh no. And for taking pictures up girls' skirts.
I'm so tired.
I'm
so tired.
This is horrible. I went to a Catholic all girls school, so we all had skirts on 24/7. He got arrested when I was in college, but they made a big show of arresting him in the middle of the school day. Some of you people aren't seeing heaven. Like, some of you people are not seeing heaven.
And you know how you say it's not that serious? This is that fucking serious.
This is actually dead ass. Because, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? At a Catholic school. God is watching.
Okay, so I have someone who sent me one. Okay, so we had a substitute teacher who everyone loved and tried to be inclusive with because he had a terrible limp.
A terrible limp.
He's just limping, y'all. He's just limping.
A terrible limp is crazy. Like, why does it have to be terrible? Moving on.
And he ended up being a sexual predator and had a Reddit thread of girls' butts in yoga pants in class that got discovered, and he ended up getting arrested, but he's free again.
Oh,
we called him Birdman Bailey.
Oh, why? Why does that have anything to do with his limp? Yo, fuck him and his terrible limp. As far as I'm concerned, I need him to stay in jail. I need him to stay in jail. What do you... No. He needs to go to hell. What is this, Birdman Bailey? Go to hell, Birdman Bailey. We got the nastiest fucking submission. And
it's bad.
It's not good. Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable reading it for the general audience.
We can't.
I wouldn't feel comfortable reading it in general. However, Hannah did pose this idea, and she said you should probably take a couple of your submissions that you get that are like a little bit more on the crazier side that I can't read, and just do a Patreon. And I don't know, this is just me throwing it out there, just throwing out the idea. Would y'all pay for a Patreon, especially if it's like under $5 a night? I mean, a night, help, a month. Let me know. Reply post under the comments.
I would pay for it because I would want to just hear like a live telling of that story.
That shit is crazy.
But not just that one, because that one's kind of crazy. But maybe others.
I would honestly go so far as to actually ask, like, if I could possibly do like a submission form where I get somebody's phone number and call them,
and you could even
I can ask live questions.
Yes.
Because sometimes these submissions, I'm like, I have to know more.
Oh my God, you should do like
a call line.
Yeah, you should do like a Google number that you post, and it connects like to your phone, and then you can have people call in like while
that
you're
would be
recording.
really cool. No, that would be really fucking cool.
The It's Always Sunny podcast does that a lot, and they'll do like games with the people calling in. Like
I would love that.
Play like for them, obviously for their show, they're like play our trivia. Like you call in, and if we beat you to the answer of that question, like you lose. Or whatever. If you get like 3 right, we send you something. But
interesting.
You could call in and get like live stories shared.
Yeah, that's the tea. Actually, I think I would love to do that. I'm just throwing this out there for y'all for future reference, for future stuff. So just keep that in mind. And then this is gonna take us home. Yeah. In South Africa, we don't have tight communities. We do have tight church communities, though, and most of the drama and problems in the suburb happen through the church. This one woman got pregnant with her daughter's ex-boyfriend. They decided to keep the baby and live together. Everyone is above the age of 18.
That doesn't make it
right.
Like we said before.
The mom wasn't married or anything, but she was the most devoted Christian in the church. It's always them.
Exactly.
It's always them.
There is so much tea within the church.
Always.
There's so much tea within the church. We had so many scandals in church.
Like, why is that?
We had a guy who was 17 years old, like a senior in high school, and he started dating an 8th grader in our youth group. They dated for several years. Correct. Precisely.
And on that note, guys, thanks for listening. Hannah, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having
me. If you like this episode, make sure you give it a thumbs up on YouTube, and you share this episode on Apple Podcasts or Spotify with your friends, and make sure you give us a rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Only.
Oh, 5 stars only, because if I see a 4-star review, I'm going to look at you like you're a little silly.
Because this was a 5-star episode, and so has every episode been.
Thus far. thus far. Haven't had a non-banger yet.
No flops.
No
No
flops.
flops here.
Hello? So yeah, make sure you give it a thumbs up and a rating. Now listen, at the end of the day, because we've read through some crazy shit today, I just want you all to know that no matter where you come from and no matter what happens to you, at the end of the day, it's not that serious. All right, everybody. We're out of here, everybody. Toodaloo. See you later. Have a good night.